energy of Natalie Nunn? What's the current energy of Natalie Nunn? Y'all, it might be a little dark. I am so sorry. I didn't feel like recording it earlier. The Nine of Pentacles. Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't check me. What's the current energy of Natalie Nunn? Y'all, okay, I just want to say I don't watch baddies, and I don't too much care for Natalie. But this bitch is gossiping, and it's like she's sitting on a secret that she knows about somebody, and she waiting to just pull it out and it's like shake some shit up. Like, I feel like she's gossiping with girls, or girls tell her things, and she thinks about using whatever she has, what information she has, as leverage against them. I don't too much watch her, so I mean, if that's something that she normally does, then I mean, there you go. She's planning on doing it again. Y'all, I feel like she's going broke. There's a worry here of going broke. Going broke, not having enough. And also, I feel like, can you clear for the High Priestess? Yeah. It's like something here. She may have gotten a call or gotten word from like a, what are they called? A financial advisor, that she's, you know, her account is depleting, and that she's basically having it in her mind that she needs to spend better, or she needs to work harder. Listen, Capricorn, some Capricorn, especially Capricorn women, don't play about their money. Okay, Capricorn women do not play about their money. They don't. Yeah, I feel like mostly like her energy is she's hurt because she's going broke, or, you know, things are not happening the way that she hoped they would. All these cards I pulled, my bad, y'all. Forgive me, it's getting dark out here, so y'all know, you know, what's tea. But yeah, let's see what Natalie's childhood was like. Let's see what Natalie's childhood was like. Natalie Nunn spirit. Natalie Nunn's childhood. What was it like? Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't inject me. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Two of Wands, and we have the King of Wands. We have the Tower. We have the Knight of Swords, and we have. So I feel like she was taught to be competitive. I feel like she was taught to be competitive, to win at any cost. She may have felt estranged from her mom, or even her dad. See, because we have the Two of Wands here, and the Two of Wands is facing away from the male figure here, and she may have, but I don't see a mom here either. I don't see a mom here. I mean, this card could talk about her and her mom. Ew, y'all. This card right here could talk about her and her mom, you know. You see that? Because the two white people falling off the tower. I feel like something happened. Maybe eviction. I feel like her childhood was good until she got about in her teens. Maybe early 20s. But I do see an absence of both parents. She may have felt like she had to raise herself. How else was Natalie Nunn's childhood growing up? How else was Natalie Nunn's childhood growing up? We had something unexpected in the reverse. A mother's touch. And we have the mundane. Sign of Lyrica. And then we have the optimist. And then we have passion. Yeah, like I said, like, it was very much so giving, like, she really had, let me move these over so y'all can see. There you go. It's dark out here, y'all, so bear with me. And these are Wednesday cards. So we have something unexpected. Tyler Gaplin. Y'all can't see. Sorry. But that's what it's giving. And then it was in the reverse. So every card has a meaning in the reverse. But I'm going to just let y'all know what I see based off of, you know, what the cards are telling me. So, and then I'm going to read Or should I just read them first? And then I could get a better read. Well, basically, right off the bat, what I saw was, like I said before, I feel like I see, I see, I didn't see none of her parents in the first half. But this could tell me that she was close to her mom, a mother's touch. She was close to her mom. And also, Natalie wanted to fit in. And I feel like she stood out, probably because she was mixed. She was mixed, therefore she wanted to stand out. I mean, therefore she stood out. And I don't know where she grew up, but it was probably out of the norm, or maybe looked down upon where she was because she was mixed. I feel like it was looked down upon wherever she grew up. And like I said, she was raised to be competitive and overachiever, very much so a dog eat dog, like, you know, sort of thing going on. And I think that her growing up, I feel like her childhood was okay, but then it started to get bad once she started realizing, once she started being able to understand society and being able to grasp the concept of the negative aspects of society. And I feel like, given her colorist remarks, I feel like that comes from a place of hurt and being belittled because of who she was. And I feel like she tried her best to run away from that because of where she came from. Let's read the cards. Okay, so we have passion. Gomez Adams. Y'all, and her mother may have also talked down to her as well. Like, her mother may not have been the best mother. Because we have both the Adams parents here in these cards. We have both Adam parents. But Gomez was the ethnic one, okay? Gomez was Hispanic and Morticia was white. And Morticia's back is turned towards me and Gomez is looking at me. I feel like her mother took her anger out on Natalie. I don't know what happened with the father. You know what? I'll ask. Let me write that down. I don't know what happened with the father, but I feel like this was a classic case of the mother treating Natalie like shit because of what her father did. Let's see. And I'm not saying, you know, that's what happened when it came to, it's just, there's a racial undertone here, y'all. And I can't ignore it, okay? I can't ignore the racial undertone because Morticia and Gomez were in an interracial relationship, okay? And Natalie just so happens to be a biracial child, okay? So bear with me. Anyway. What happened with Natalie Nunn's father? Anywho, so Gomez, the passionate patriarch of the Addams family. Gomez is a reminder to chase your dreams with unwielding fire in your heart. But remember, great enthusiasm can be a double-edged sword. What did I say? Like, this bitch is like hella competitive. Like it's like eat or be eaten. Like, that's her mentality. Like, that's what she, y'all, this woman is very narcissistic. This woman is very narcissistic. And usually narcissists have heavy trauma. And also, the trauma may not even be that heavy because we all go through trauma, right? It's just, it could also depend on how the vessel processes their trauma, right? We all have trauma. We all have something that, you know, could have made us, you know, I don't know, could have altered. We all have had an experience that could have altered our perception of the world and how we navigated life, right? But it could also depend on the vessel and how the vessel processes their trauma. And quite frankly, to be honest, if y'all are ready for that conversation, a person that's narcissistic is weak. They're a weak person. Because, and I'm not trying to be like, and I'm not trying to sound, whatchamacallit, I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but Spirit is also saying, like, the Spirit is saying it, not me, basically. I don't think like that of a narcissistic person. I don't. I mean, I've dealt with narcissists my whole life, but I've never viewed them as weak. As a matter of fact, I feel bad for them. But see, we all go through our shit. We all go through things in our lives. But that doesn't mean it's okay for you to treat other people like shit. You get what I'm saying? So, a narcissist person is a weak person. Especially, and you could be a narcissist, right? But if you don't take it upon yourself to change your ways, you're weak. Spirit is saying you're weak. You're weak. in Hell is Hot, and I was like, I'm joking. But what makes your life worth living? What makes your dark cloud of a heart beat with satisfaction? Identify something you want and make a plan to achieve it. Yearning could be enjoyably agonizing, but only action can satisfy those cravings. And then we have the optimist, Enid Sinclair. A colorful and clawsome Enid Sinclair is more of a half-moon fool kind of girl than her gloomy roomie. Whether your dorm or attitude is in need of a makeover, let her lunar light give you some positive inspo. The reverse meaning of this card is worried you're never going to wolf out. Remember, you can't rush good things, no matter how hard you try. Although you desire outcome, here feels like a total late bloomer. If you will arrive eventually, it will arrive eventually when you least expect it. Even the moon waxes and wanes in its brightness. What did I say? Enid Sinclair was a late bloomer, right? She wolfed out later than her pack, right? She was the last one to wolf out, meaning she was the last one to turn into a wolf in the series. And there was an insecurity surrounding that. She didn't want people to know. And also, people knew. But also, it's like, there's also a feeling here of not feeling like she belonged. And she started to give up hope, right? Because that's why she's called the optimist. That's why she's called the optimist. She was optimistic about turning into a wolf. She believed it was going to happen. But then it became a certain time where she was like, you know what? Like, I don't think it's going to happen. And then it happened when she least expected it. So, like I said earlier, there's a feeling here of feeling like she didn't belong. And this could also correspond with people treating her differently because of who she was. And also her mother. There's a feeling here of her mother, like, making her feel bad about who she was as well. And there's also insecurity surrounding Natalie. And I feel like that honestly that's honestly why she treats other women like shit, especially on her show now. Like, there's a deep insecurity in Natalie, and I feel like it came from childhood. A Mother's Touch, Morticia Addams. For Wednesday, her macabre mother cast a tall, dark shadow over her time at Nevermore Academy. But Morticia Addams is a source of fierce feminine love and affection for her whole family. Whether your instincts are maternal or infernal, this card is calling you to identify the warm and guiding energy in your life and to channel it productively. Are you being asked to counsel others in their times of need, or is there a motherly role model you can look forward to help in your life? I told you something about her mother. This archetype is talking about her mother. And you see how Morticia, she plucked all the petals from this flower. Like, the flower is bare. And it's like, I honestly feel like her mother wasn't a mother. And Natalie, I am so sorry. Despite how I feel about you, I'm so sorry. Nobody deserves this, right? Nobody deserves that. And that hurts. Oh, girl, let me tell you, that hurts. That fucking hurts. So I get it, girl. I get it. Last two cards. We have Something Unexpected in reverse. Jericho resident Tyler Gaplin seems like an unassuming normie teen to Wednesday, but it's important not to underestimate anyone, no matter how ordinary they appear to be. It's easy enough to say expect the unexpected, but if it's truly unexpected, even the keenest minds and strongest sidekicks can't anticipate what's coming next. In instances like these, it's best to keep an open mind. Better have a bone saw on hand just in case. And then we have the mundane. There keeps talking about a tower moment that happened in her life. I need to know what this is, because it's like there's a tower moment that happened. What is this tower moment? Y'all, it's giving I'm about to spend a lot of damn time on Natalie. Y'all better watch this whole fucking video. Y'all better watch this whole fucking video. I am not playing. And like it. Because I'm not playing. So, the town of Jericho was basically a town full of what they call normies in the series. And so, like I said, it's like, as well as the home and where she grew up around, it's like Natalie didn't feel at home. She didn't feel normal. She didn't. And I feel like because she didn't feel normal, as well as it wasn't just her mother that kind of instilled these narcissistic tendencies within her through the trauma that her mother has inflicted on her. It's like, I feel like because Natalie was so sensitive, it's like she built this strong exterior, like oh, before somebody rejects me, I need to reject them. Before somebody is mean to me, I need to be mean to them. It's like, because people was cracking on her, and she just had to develop this very defensive, tough exterior. That's probably why she became a bad girl. That's probably why she became a bad girl and joined the show. Also, I feel like that might have been the Tower moment. I don't know how old she was when she joined the show, but I feel like she may have been really young. And I feel like her larger than life personality, I wouldn't be surprised if she has Leo somewhere in her placements, or it might just be her trauma child. Okay, her larger than life personality made her stand out, and that larger than life personality is a defense mechanism. And I watched her interview with Cam Newton, and she did say, when I'm at home, I'm a completely different Natalie, but when I'm out here working, then I'm the Natalie that y'all, are used to seeing. And that just goes to show that, yes, that's not the real Natalie. It's a defense mechanism. And I feel like she's grown accustomed to acting like that around others for so long. She realized that that's what gets her attention. That's what makes her feel accepted. Ciao. Whatever, girl. How old are you now, girl? If you don't get some therapy and keep it pushing. Okay, wait a minute. How does she really feel about black women? How does Natalie really feel about black women? Black women. Don't piss me off, girl. Don't piss me off. Because I actually feel bad for you, Natalie. Now I understand. Now I understand why you act the way you do, why you think the way you do. I understand now. And I feel bad for you. I do. I know y'all can't see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my lamp that I'm using. I know it is a mess over here. It is ghetto over here sometimes. I was going to film earlier today, but I was so sleepy. I was like, you know what? Because I woke up at like 8 o'clock this morning, and I took me a walk. I went on a jog or whatever the hell, and I went on a jog and a walk. I went to the park, and then I fell asleep on the couch, and I didn't wake up until 2 o'clock. But then at 2 o'clock, I was laid up, and then I masturbated, and then I was like, you know what? I don't feel like doing anything. So, girl, I don't think this is my energy. I think I'm channeling her energy, because ain't no way I just said that on camera. She feels like black women are dominating, the spaces, black women are dominating. Does she watch sports? I feel like she's heavily into, well, I mean, obviously, because she's been on stage with a couple of people, but she's heavily into pop culture and sports, and it's like she feels like black women are dominating in those sectors. Black women have the success, black women have the status, black women have the platforms. That's what she feels like. Like I said, I do feel like she's still battling with past experiences with black women. But I feel like because black women, look to her for something now, it's like, it's not she's looking down upon black women. It's more so like, I'm a boss. They look to me as the boss now. And so I gotta act as such. Like, they asked me for something, and I feel like that's all she wanted. That's all she wanted. That's all she wanted, was to feel validated. And if that comes in the form of being a CEO, then she's content with that. And there's no longer any necessarily any more hard feelings. But again, in the back of her mind, if someone is a narcissist, they have unresolved trauma. And I don't know what she went through when it came to black women, but there's something here in the back of her mind. It's like, and also she feels like she can't relate to them. Deep down, she feels like she can't relate to them. She's very comfortable amongst the whites. When she's not performing, when she's regular old Natalie, she's very comfortable amongst the whites, or the non-black women, Hispanics, Asians, etc., etc. She's intimidated by black women. Deep down, she is intimidated by them. But now she feels like she can measure up to them when it comes to success and notoriety. She hides behind that a little bit. It's a mask that she wears. Interesting. Very interesting. I forgot to ask about her father. How was Natalie Nunn's father? What was Natalie Nunn's father like? I feel like I feel like he was either in and out, or she didn't know him that well. She only heard stories. I feel like she only heard about what her mother was telling her. There's not a clear perception of her father that she has. Do I feel like her mother told her the truth? Yes, but it was mostly bad things. It was mostly bad things. It was like, you know what, me and your father, we fell in love. And I think Natalie did ask. I think Natalie did ask when she was a teenager. Her mother's like, you know what, me and your father fell in love. Da 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 da. Things didn't work out. We had you. I didn't know I had you. You were a surprise. I didn't know I was pregnant with you. I found out I was pregnant with you, and then I think that's when things kind of started to go awry between her and her father. Was when her mom found out she was pregnant. And yeah, but there's still a there's still like a foggy perception that Natalie has with her father. He might, is he alive? I don't know. I think he is alive, but like, I don't know. If they are in contact with each other, if she did decide to form a relationship with him, there's not really much there. Not really much there. How does Natalie Nunn feel about black women? Black men. How does Natalie Nunn feel about black men? You have the world card. She feels like they have the monies. They have the monies. You know what? Oh my god. Wasn't there a rumor that they were trafficking girls over there in that damn over there on that Zeus network? Y'all, I think it's true. Hold on. Let me ask the question. Were Natalie and them trafficking girls at baddies? This ain't funny. This ain't funny. This is not funny. This is not funny. We must stay focused. She feel like they got the monies. It's more so like athletes and shit. This y'all, look at this. This is weird. Like, you see how this woman is petting the lion? See how she's petting the lion? I feel like she likes to dominate black men, or she's comfortable in that role. You know, being a sugar mama, even like being generous, being very generous. I think that Natalie is a little bit of a pick-me. Like, she's male-centered. I think with any man, of course, I'm sure she has a type, but I think with any man, like, as long as they take an interest in her, she gonna go. And that's gonna be a question. And that's breeding grounds. That's breeding grounds for a cheater, for a cheating woman. Breeding grounds, especially if you already have pre-existing insecurity issues. But I'm gonna ask if Lyrica was lying, and I'm gonna ask if she was cheating on her husband. So we gonna get into the tea. We gonna get into it. See, we already coming up on 30 minutes. We finna get into it. You know what? Natalie is very interesting. She's a very interesting woman. Again, I still don't too much care for her, but I do feel bad for her just a little bit. Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, and I wish she could see it. You know, I wish she could see that she is, you know, an interesting woman. And I wish she would get some therapy. Maybe she'll be a better person. Maybe she would be a better person, because there's potential here. There is. I actually wouldn't like Natalie if she wasn't such a bitch. How's her relationship with the Zeus Network CEO? I think his name is Lenny. How's her relationship with the CEO of the Zeus Network? The Two of Swords. Y'all, they ain't. Hold on. They have a very close-knit relationship, you know. They do work together. Like, she puts in her little 2 cents. She gives some ideas, you know. Sis knows how to network, and sis knows how to get what she wants. But they're not as, like it's still boss and employer. or employee, excuse me. It's still boss and employee. There's still lines that can't be crossed between them. Um, but Natalie, I promise you, girl, you're disposable. You're disposable. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter, including getting those girls, including trafficking those girls. Because I feel like you brought that idea to him and he said okay, and I feel like you did it so that when anything hits the fan, because I feel like you're a little paranoid. Jesus, spirit is talking. Spirit is talking. Natalie feels like in the back of her mind, this man is going to replace her, and so she's trying her best to get to be as like legally tied to this man as much as possible. She's trying to make this man as much money as possible so that she won't be let go of. But you are disposable. If you are stupid to think that if he's not going to allow you to treat those girls like dog shit, he won't treat you like dog shit. You are absolutely stupid. And I feel like you are a smart woman. But when it comes to, it doesn't, you're just going to continue to overgive. And it's not going to matter in the end when shit hits the fan. If it does. Because I feel like you feel like it will. Or you have this fear that he going to stop fucking with you. I don't know why. But this is a good ass reading. This is a good ass reading. This is a good ass, y'all, if y'all don't subscribe, if this don't make you want to subscribe, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. I wish I had better lighting. I wish I did it in the daytime, but whatever. We move, we ball. Y'all. She's scared that this man is going to dispose of her, and he will. It doesn't matter what you do for him. He will. Bold of you to think that he doesn't think you're trash just like the rest of these women. Bold of you to think that he doesn't view you as a cash cow just like the rest of these women. Do they work tightly with each other? Yes, they collaborate a lot with Three of Pentacles here in the Lover's card. They collaborate a lot, but you're still disposable, Natalie. I hate to break it to you, girl. Was Natalie trafficking those girls? Those girls of the baddie cast? Was Natalie trafficking? Was the baddie cast being trafficked? Yes. And I feel like it's some yes. But it wasn't against their will though. It wasn't. Some women did feel pressured and some were willing to do it for money. Some felt pressured and did it anyway. But it's weird. It's like it was all consensual. Like even the girls that felt pressured, they were in their head about it. See, we have the Nine of Swords and we have the Eight of Swords. They were in their head about it, but they went ahead and did it anyway. For money. They needed it. And I feel like these girls are constantly Krishan wasn't lying. These girls are constantly put in situations where there's always an ultimatum. And it's like, remember when Krishan was like, they don't feed us to keep us fighting? It's like, these girls are constantly put in situations like that to where they have to say yes to certain shit. Or they have to do certain shit. Lord have mercy. This hell is hot. Hell is hot. What's her relationship with Jacob? What's Natalie's relationship with her husband? Thank you, God. Thank you for talking. Because you didn't come to play. You did not come to play about this Natalie Nunn character. I be doing what I want. She hurt this man's feelings. She hurts this man's feelings, I tell you. She hurts this man's feelings. And I feel like he wants to leave. He wants to leave. But he feels like, where's he going to go? She has the money. I don't know what her husband does. But he's thinking like a man. He's like, okay, like, let's do this strategically. Let's do this smartly. He wants to leave. I feel like he distances himself from her. She broke his heart. I feel like she does cheat on him. And she broke his heart. And she uses that kid against him, y'all. She uses that kid against him. Oh, so whenever we have an argument, whenever he holds, oh God, I'm seeing it. Okay, I'm seeing it. Thank you, God. Whenever they have an argument or something, whenever he tries to hold her accountable, here she goes. So you're really gonna yell at me in front of our kid, even though she really did do something wrong and upset him. So you're really gonna yell at me in front of our kid. You're really gonna cuss in front of our kid. Oh wow, you're really gonna leave me? What about our kid? Our kid needs a father. Bitch, this bitch is evil and disgusting. This bitch is evil and disgusting. I need to know. Are Natalie and I think his name is Lemmy gonna get karma? Gonna get karma? Greed. Greed, I tell you. Greed. Greed, greed, greed. And has her husband ever said anything, like, publicly about the accusations or anything? Like, and she was right. Like, her husband is really calm. And she takes advantage of that. Like, he's not very, what's that word? At all. He's not. It takes him a lot. Because I do think that he loved her at one point. It takes him a lot to have an intervention with her about her actions and how much she's hurt him. Is Natalie cheating on Jacob? Is Natalie Nunn cheating on her husband Jacob? Yes. But you know what? Yeah, Natalie be lying to him. She's a liar. She is a liar. She did cheat on him. But you know what? It was because of money or some sort of opportunity. And I think it happened once. Maybe. It wasn't out of love or feelings. No. I feel like something was at stake. And she had to do it. At least she felt like she had to do it. Whatever, girl. Poor Jacob. Poor Jacob. Was Lyrica lying on Natalie? Was Lyrica lying on Natalie? Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't inject me. This slipped in reverse. No. 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 And that's the thing about a fucking narcissist, right? They're always gonna make it seem like you're the crazy one. Anytime somebody holds Natalie accountable, she gets hella defensive. I keep thinking about that part with Sarah. And Sarah brought her damn picture. It's just like, oh, Miss Nunn. I love Sarah. I love Sarah so fucking much, bitch. Oh, Miss Nunn. I'ma title the video, oh, Miss Nunn. Yeah, Sarah was able to trigger Natalie's insecurities, and Natalie is a fucking liar. She's a habitual liar. She lies. She lies with a truth to do. Bitch, she lies like a motherfucking rug. She lies like a motherfucking rug. Bitch, God strike her dead now, bitch. If she would listen, but if you bring her to court with you, if you got caught up and you bring her to court, if she fuck with you like that, oh girl, it's giving, I'm finna go home. I'll see you when you get home. Like, it's giving, I'll see you when you get home. This bitch be lying. And she'll do it for free, bitch. She'll do it for a cigarette, bitch. This bitch be lying her ass off. No. Erica wasn't lying on her. And I feel like Erica gave her a chance. I mean, Lyrica, not Erica. Lyrica gave her a chance. Lyrica said, you know, I'm about to tell everybody what you did, right? And I feel like everybody always has an intervention with Natalie because these girls don't want to bite the hand that feeds them. My sister told me that how they got most of those girls from shelters and casted them on the show. These girls came from nothing or had a rough past before they got casted. They don't want to bite the hand that feeds them. They don't. And so they try to reason with Natalie, but Natalie just doesn't budge. And so they said, you know what? I'm finna go to the blogs because you tripping. You're really tweaking. And I'm trying my best to reason with you. And Natalie doesn't care. I'm getting chills. Like, I'm getting chills, bitch. And I hardly ever get chills in a reading. Like, I hardly ever get chills. Even when it's cold outside. Because it's been 40 degrees in California. I don't even get chills within a 40-degree weather, bitch. Like, and that's a lot. And I think it's warmer today. I think it's like 60 degrees right now. At night. Well, wait. Where is baddies headed as far as ratings? The Fool. I think that baddies is going to continue to be successful because Natalie hears your guys' critiques of the show, and yeah, I think it's going to continue to be successful. Y'all might be giving her ideas of what you guys want to see, and I feel like she's going to integrate your guys' ideas to keep y'all watching. She might even invest into like some sort of, she might even conduct some sort of research, or invest in some sort of research to see, you know, how to keep the show going or how to keep the success going. Or she might even look at some data, like she might even look at online ratings, like to see what you guys like YouTube algorithms. Like, I can never pronounce that word correctly. Oh my god, algorithms. There you go. Might even have access to like algorithms. That sounds so weird. To see what you guys are clicking on, what you guys are interested in, etc., etc. Yeah, but baddies is gonna continue to be successful. Whatever, child. Are Lemmy and Natalie gonna get their karma for treating these girls like dog shit? Spirit. And for being greedy. Are Lemmy and Natalie gonna get their karma for treating these girls like dog shit and for being greedy? Spirit is saying yes. I think eventually, yeah, yes. I think eventually, I see two things here. Okay, I see a plethora of things. Somebody might actually take them to court. Somebody might have to file for bankruptcy. So Natalie is currently experiencing karma, such as going broke. She's already experiencing it. And also there's going to be a tower moment that everybody's going to be able to see. With the Page of Swords here and the tower card, there's going to be a tower moment where everybody is going to witness on social media. I don't know what this is, but somebody's going to take them to court. Another tower moment is going to happen. And somebody is having night terrors or suicidal thoughts, or like negative thoughts with the Eight of Swords here. Negative thoughts, or like what is this? It's like mental torment, not being able to think properly, fog brain, like brain foggy, memory foggy, something like that. Something going on in somebody's head. And I feel like this is Natalie. And I feel like this tower moment is gonna have to do with the CEO. I feel like this man is actually really private. And I feel like, is he voodoo or Haitian, or does he have like some African ancestry that does like, that has something to do with like voodoo or Ifa or something like that? Is he from the islands or something? I feel like there's something here that he's spiritually protected, his energy. But I feel like this tower moment has something to do with the CEO, Lemmy. But when it comes to Natalie going broke, her husband might actually leave her or embarrass her, or, you know, I don't know. And then, yeah, and then Natalie's negative thoughts are going to catch up to her. Because I kid you not, anytime something goes awry, anytime somebody threatens her her self-esteem, she starts feeling negative about herself again. She hides behind things that are able to be replaced or taken away. And she relies on those things to help her self-esteem. But yeah, I do feel like eventually the show will come to an end. And it might be because of a lawsuit. Or a defunding of a program or something like that. It could have something to do with the Trump administration and them getting defunded. I don't know. Or it could be something else that indirectly affects their program because of the Trump administration. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, something might occur because of something that's going on with the Trump administration and the state of the world. Something might occur that indirectly affects either the views or money or funding. All right, my last question. We coming up on 50 minutes. Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't ginger me. What is the spiritual What's the spiritual price? I'm going to use, what is the spiritual price that comes with building influence through drama? What is the spiritual price that comes with building influence through drama? Foresight, the dove, a dove. Something unexpected. My name's Natalie Nunn. Y'all, a troubled artist. Okay, this is kind of deep. This is deep. Okay, I want to read the foresight card. Actually, I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying first, and then I'm gonna read the foresight card. What's the spiritual price of building influence off of drama? There's lots of different things. It depends. Some of these people that do it, some of these reality TV stars like Jocelyn, y'all don't know. They put on a brave front, but y'all don't know that they're suffering behind closed doors. And that's the spiritual price, right? It just depends on the journey, and it could just vary from person to person as to, you know, whether they're doing it for money or I don't know. It's like, I feel like Jocelyn here is suffering. I feel like Jocelyn, and this isn't about Jocelyn, but she's coming up. Jocelyn has a insecurity about getting older. Jocelyn doesn't want to be seen as older. Jocelyn wants to still be seen as 20 something. Jocelyn still wants to do what a 20-year-old does. And they have to constantly, some people who build influence off of drama have to constantly deal with that nagging feeling of those years are gone. I'm going to be ridiculed for being 40 and still acting like this. Like, it's like I don't want to say it's like an insecurity issue. It's more of like I'm trying to appear something that I'm not, or I still think I'm in my 20s, but people are constantly going to remind me that I'm not. And I still want to so badly believe that I'm still 20 something. Does that make sense? Another thing that I'm saying here is, and some of these people have issues like Natalie, narcissism, and it's like the public is going to hold them accountable. And again, same thing I said about Natalie earlier, it's like when somebody holds Natalie accountable, like Sarah, when somebody like Sarah comes along, bitch, and starts holding these types of people accountable, it makes them feel bad. Like it reminds them that, oh, I'm not as, you know, popping as I think I am, or as I thought I was. Does that make sense? When somebody gets the intimidating, some of these people, it's like basically what I'm saying is their troubles with the troubled artist here, they get reminded. It still comes back to haunt them. That's their karma. Chasing something that they will never be able to get. They'll never be able to become. It's a constant chase of something is their karma. And then of course, you know, once they are on their deathbed and they realize like, oh my God, like I should have done things differently, they're gonna regret it. And then they might have to come back on Earth, reincarnate back on the Earth, and continue this shit all over again because they haven't learned the lesson. But you know what? At least you could say you lived. At least you could say you lived, right? Somebody else's, what is that saying? Somebody else's pleasure is somebody else's good time or something like that. Some shit. Y'all let me know what that saying is. I've been in my worst behavior. Let's see the dove. And I kind of like the way. Okay, we have the spark. Uncle Fester. Quirky Uncle Fester brings his electric personality when he arrives at Evermore Academy, helping Wednesday uncover some shocking revelations about her investigation. Card meaning. If your creative batteries are running low, you just need to find something that will allow you to harness that spark of inspiration once more. While it's not recommended to stick metal into a power socket, do something equally energizing and restorative before continuing your pursuits. Foresight. Oh, the troubled artist. Xavier Thorpe. Art has a tendency to take on a life of its own, just as psychic Xavier Thorpe, who channels his dark visions into paintings and drawings for clarity. Looking for a solution to the mysteries plaguing your mind? Now might be the time for a creative, unconventional approach to problem solving. Change your muse, flip the canvas, or just find a new mode to express your wants and worries. You may be surprised at what crawls out of your imagination as a result. Something unexpected. Tyler Gaplin. It can be easy to overlook the remarkable in a world full of oddities and outcasts. But when pondering a solution to your situation, do not dismiss any possibilities if you were to discover the truth. It may be worth your time to revisit a plan or path you previously discarded and warm up the cold case before moving forward. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Wednesday sellout. Practice makes progress, as Wednesday's rooftop concerto proves to her peers at Nevermore Academy. Like I said before, reincarnation. Reincarnation. You gonna have to do this shit all over again. You must learn basic scales before you can consume full melodies. What did I just say? While perfection is largely a myth, dedication and routine can help you make genuine progress towards personal goals. How can you set aside time to sharpen your skills or your swords this week? I know I'm not crazy. Some of these cards are not in this book. Like, foresight, a dove. Morticia Adams describes her style of psychic vision as being dove-like, thanks to her optimistic outlook on the future. Card meaning. It's important to keep an open mind about what the future holds. Most of us don't know exactly what it will look like. Smart decisions in the present will help you plan ahead for any surprises or challenges the world may throw at you down the line. Interesting. And then we have toxic behavior in the reverse. Nightshade poisoning. A signature tool in the Gates family's arsenal. Deadly nightshade makes a lethal libation intended to eradicate the outcast. Card meaning. Are you holding on to poisonous practices and a bitter attitude? Watch out for the telltale signs of emotional toxicity. If you're acting irritable, irrational, and downright unreasonable, it's only a matter of time before the behavior seriously hurts you or someone else. Yeah. And also what this card is telling me is that you don't know whose people's ancestors are. You don't know what their lineage is. You don't know if they got angels walking with them on a daily. You have to be careful about how you treat people. Some of those girls are heavily protected, and they make do with what they have. And when Natalie, you need to be careful. Let me too. You need to be careful when you treat these girls like shit. When you step on their heads like they're disposable. You don't know who their spiritual team is. You don't. You don't know what these girls practice. If they do practice, if they're witches, you don't know these things. And so whatever their ancestors decide to do with you is what's going to happen. So it could be a plethora of different things, right? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, okay? And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.